Next, I want to give you some ideas on how to generate an ebook using ScriptAtlas. So if you go to the script section here, and you'll see the categories up here. If you click on ebook, you'll get all the script ideas here for creating your ebook. So it's all pretty self-explanatory. It gives you all like the steps that you could do to generate chunks and pieces within your ebook. Let's start with getting an ebook idea. So if we click continue here, and let's just use health and wellness. And how many ideas would you like? Let's stick with 5. I'm in ChatGPT. I'm just going to stick with the 3.5 model. Click generate prompt. And one thing I do want to say is when you click generate prompt, it does automatically copy the prompt to your clipboard already. So you can just come over here, right click and paste. Click go. And we'll see what it comes out with. And I think this one would be great. Let's try this. So let's say we did want to do an ebook about sleep restoration, unlocking the secrets to deep restorative sleep. So let's copy this. Let's Control C on my keyboard. I'll bring up my editor here when I click that. And let's just save it here. And for good practice, I'm going to save this to HTML. And let's just call it sleep ebook for now, just to have it saved. Put that to the side. And when I'm working on my computer, I actually make this like full screen all the way up so I can see it. And same with this software too, but since I'm kind of restricted in recording this video in this little area, it's going to be a little bit kind of smushed up a bit. You can see here I got the sidebar out of the way. So now we got our idea for our ebook. Let's move on to the next part. So let's just go back to the scripts and let's get some headlines and subheadlines. So continue here. And so what's the topic? So we're just going to take that same thing we have here. What type of headline style would you like? Let's just stick with intriguing and paste this over here. And let's see what we get. So now it's going to bring up some headlines and a subheadline. So here we go. I like to copy this just right over to here. Now let's go back to our scripts. Let's make an introduction. So what's the title? The title is going to be the Dreamscape Unveiled, Master the Art of Deep Sleep for a Recharged Tomorrow. So the main topic, we could just take the other idea for the topic and put this here. Your target audience, maybe we can target busy parents. I'm a parent myself, and sometimes you need sleep, so it could be an idea. Let's go ahead and keep it on friendly tone. We can select humorous, inspiring. Let's stick with friendly. So let's generate that, and we'll paste it in here. So now that we have our introduction, we can go ahead and save that to our content here. And of course, I'm just saving it here, and you can edit this later. I just want to save it again. So let's continue. Now let's get some chapters, table of contents. So again, I need my title. So I'll throw this in here. The topic, busy parents. How many chapters would you like? Let's just have, let's say, I don't know, 3 chapters. Then we put in some key points we'd like to have, but for simplicity, I'm just going to go ahead and just copy the output from the introduction and just post it right in there. Actually, I'm just going to copy it from here. I'm going to go back over to my editor and just select the main content here, paste it, and then generate. Let's just put that over here now and copy it. Now I'll create the table of contents with different sections within the actual table of contents. So again, I'm going to just copy this and save it over to my ebook. So another way to do this here, you can go and create your chapters. You come over here and you can do a similar thing here to get the actual chapter content here. So the title, our topic, this was what we copied from before, the title and the topic. Our busy parents. Then here we can provide how many chapters again? 3. Then it's like you got to provide sort of the chapters. It's a little example there. So it already gave us the information. So what we can do is just take this here. And I just want to put them together here. So I'm just putting it together like that. Now we can go ahead and it'll give us different sections. Chapter 1, Section 1, Section 2, Chapter 2, Section 1, Section 2. And so now what we can do is we can start building out the actual content for each chapter. So as you can see here in Chapter 1, it's Understanding the Power of Sleep, and this is Section 1. So what I'll do is I'll say something like this. In Chapter 1, Section 1, write 400 to 600 words for each bullet point. Cool? Do that. And I'll start working away there. And now you have your section there. So then what you do is you basically just copy this, throw it into your editor. I'll just make a little line there so I know what's going on. And basically this is your first section for Chapter 1. And you just continue doing that until you get all of your content. So I'd go back up here and just grab that. And remember there was Chapter 1, there's 1, 2, 3, oh sorry, there's only 2 sections per chapter, because that's what I suggested before. So pretty simple. I did an ebook before and it was like 5 chapters and 5 sections per chapter, and it takes a bit to generate all the content, but a lot faster than doing it manually. So let's go ahead and do this one. There's only one more section for Chapter 1. And generate that. And what's cool is ChatGPT is remembering what Chapter 1, Section 2 was from the previous conversation in here. So now we get the next one, and we copy that, paste it here. And we have Chapter 1 is done. So I'm just going to pause the video and quickly go through and get the rest of the content. All right, I completed all of the different sections. I did notice that in Chapter 1, it gave me only 2 sections instead of 3 for some reason. It skipped this one, so I'll just take it out of there for now. But I put all the content in here, so it's in the whole thing here. So the next thing I'd like to do, and so like I said, I just continued adding the same prompt there. So if I just go up here, I went all the way to Chapter 3, Section 3. So next thing I'd like to do, go back to scripts, and you'd want to write a conclusion. So go here, write a brief conclusion. Now, since we actually have all the content in our chat already, this is more like if you kind of need a conclusion for a book you've already written, it's not kind of in the chat. So we don't actually have to use that. It can be a lot easier than that. Since it's already in here, just do something like this. Write a short conclusion of 300 words. Sorry about that. My phone went off in the background there. I just mute that there. So here we go. We got our conclusion. So now we can copy the conclusion. Not sure if it let me there. Just grab it. There we go. And the bottom, I'll just write it down here. I'll just bold this here so I can find it. I just went Control B to bold. Put that off to the side. Now I'll go back to the scripts again. I do want to create a disclaimer. So let's do the disclaimer. So again, I got to get the title. Here's my title. Do you want including specific limitations? Nah, let's go ahead and do that. Whoop. Seems like it won't let me go. I got to change that in the software. I'm just going to put just a letter A there for now to get it going. And we'll copy this over. And we'll go ahead and just look at that one part there. I want to remove this because I didn't want it. No limitations or anything like that. Now we'll generate our disclaimer. And we can copy that to our script editor again. Now next, I'd like to do a ebook bio. So you click there and I'll just throw some stuff in here. So author's name, put some background related to the ebook, and then some personal interests. And now we'll have a bio that we can put at the bottom of our ebook. Of course, this is optional. You don't have to do this, but just want to show you the functionality. So now we can go ahead and click that and put it into the bottom. And essentially, we have all of the content that we need for our actual ebook. So now basically what you'd want to do is just clean up all your content in the editor. Then you can export it to PDF, or you can even post it to WordPress if you'd like. So it can be quite simple. So basically this was, one thing you can do is you can go ahead and you could save a copy of it. So I'll save another copy of it just in case. Let's just call it sleep copy or something like that, just so you got it saved. But anyhow, let's go ahead and start cleaning it up. So if you want a headline, I'll just use all the features, and you can have a sub headline here. You got your introduction. You can bold that. So that's sort of your introduction. Now, of course, you'd want your table of contents before, so we can just copy that. And I mean, this is just like any other editor, like Microsoft Word or something like that. So this is your chapters. Then you get your introduction. And now I can get rid of this stuff here. And we get to chapter 1. And this is where we can do some cleanup. So I'd like to do chapter 1. I can give it, let's say, a heading of 2. And this I could just bold. So now you just quickly go through and do that. So I know that's chapter 1, but this is the next section. Now we're in chapter 2. So heading 2. So it's quite simple to work with. I mean, this editor is really handy. So I just paused the video there a little bit and I just cleaned a few things up just to make it look kind of nice. So I put the chapter 1, section 2, put a space, and section 2, 3, or there's no 3 in chapter 1, but you can go to chapter 2. So now we can add a few other things to it. For example, I want to add some pictures to it. So let's go ahead and get an image to put up here. We can go to the image library, and to be able to use the image library, you're going to have to enter in your API keys for each of these. Now, don't worry, all the APIs are 100% free, and you don't have to pay any money whatsoever to use any of these API services. I'll provide another video there on how to get your API key set up in the settings section for Pexels and Pixabay and Unsplash and Icon Finder. But for now, let's just go ahead and type in sleep. And we can look at different images in here. Okay, I tried sleep restoration, and I kind of like this one here. So we can just right click this and go insert into script editor, and I'll just do the large image, and you'll see it automatically puts it in there for us, which is kind of cool. And let's say I want to do something like, I could select here and I can go and center this. So you can see right here, we can center and get rid of that. There's also all these features you see on the toolbar here. They're also all available up through here. So you go into tools, format, everything is all in here. Line height, aligning, center, insert, table, and characters, and page breaks, and all that kind of stuff. So we can go ahead here and do the same thing and center the headline. And we can make the headline like so. And if you'd like to edit this image, all you have to do is double click the image and it brings up the image editor. And in the image editor, you can do certain things like, do a grayscale, invert the color. Like you do some basic stuff in here, like even crop and resize. You can add some content, you can draw on it, you can add some text to it. So we could add the actual title right onto the image if we want. And once you're done, you just say insert and it'll just reinsert it into the document. So a few things you can do there, but we'll just leave it like that for now. Now we have an image there, and then in each section, we could go ahead and possibly make some images. So for example, if I wanted to get an image, say for like this section here, I wanted to kind of figure out what kind of image could I do that here. Well, we can use AI to help us with that. So we could select that content and we can come down here and go AI prompts and select suggest images, and it will copy the prompt, and we can go back to our browser here. You can just click browser here and it gets rid of that sidebar with the questions, and now we can just paste in here and we can ask ChatGPT what kind of images we should look for. Busy parent multitasking. So then we can go up here to the image library and search that. And here we go. We got a busy parent multitasking. Let's stop there. Insert medium image. And it's right in there. And we can move that image, say, to here. And we kind of do that for each chapter to think of ideas to get. But I think that's good enough for now. When you're all said and done, one thing you can do is you go export to PDF. You got a few options here. You can select your fonts you want inside your PDF, because the PDF is different than actual HTML. This is HTML editor, whereas the PDF is a little different. So you got to specify your font. You got a bunch of font you can select from here. You include your page numbers if you want. So yeah, I'll do that. You can have a title if you want. I'm just going to leave it blank for now. And you just click done. It'll ask you where to save it. So we'll just call this sleep. It does take a little bit for the engine to create the PDF. Then your PDF will download. I got Adobe Acrobat installed on my computer. Let's just get it down here. And then you can see here, it may not look exactly the way that you'd like at first. So you got to play around with it a little bit to make sure you get kind of where you want the page breaks and stuff like that. So you can see your PDF here, everything's in there. Obviously you can put links in there and clickable links and all that kind of stuff to different products. But one thing you could do, let's say for example, this image is a little bit too big, so we can bring it down a little bit, and we could just after here, we could go insert a page break, and this will make a new page in the PDF. So wherever you want a page break to make a new page, you'd go and insert a new page break, and then go ahead and regenerate that PDF. And now it's going to start to look kind of like what you want. Table of contents on its own page, and so it's starting to look better. So you just kind of play with it a little bit. It's really quick. It takes no time at all to get what you want to look like. But just like that, we basically created an entire ebook on how to sleep, the Mastering the Art of Deep Sleep. And to be honest, I don't have a lot of knowledge about this particular topic, so we let ChatGPT do all the work for us. And you can imagine how fast you can generate content and post it to your blog or post it online as a lead magnet and offer it for bonuses or PLR, all sorts of stuff you can do with ebook content. So using the power of ScriptAtlas gives you a basically guides you through the whole process of how to do it. And it's really simple and really fast. If you had to do this all by yourself, doing all that research, finding the images, getting the editor, formatting it, creating the ebook, it takes a lot of time to do that stuff, where ScriptAtlas kind of has it all built in for you, and it just makes things a lot easier and a lot faster. So this video got pretty long, so I'm going to stop it here, but definitely explore all the different features in the editor so you can really maximize your content here. I'll provide other videos on how to use the editor and image editor and other things like that, but that's it for now, and we'll see you in the next video. Thanks for watching.